I was busy. I couldn't make videos for a while, but everything else is going pretty good, and I got a couple of gigs as an actor, and hopefully my acting career will take off better than before. And I also feel reluctant to make comments about the events that are happening right now, because I think we are moving towards World War III in a very organized fashion. I have other interests. My interests are usually spiritual, and I also am interested in the healing and herbs and quantum physics, and the quality of these intellectual ventures that regards to military confrontations is not very good. It has a really negative effect, because it sets up a confrontation on a personal level too, and really not very happy with it. But hey, I'm Iranian. I grew up in Iran, and I'm involved. My loyalties goes to other than United States. It goes to Iran and usually Muslims. And there's some current events happening. Yesterday, the Wahhabis they attacked Iranian Parliment and Khomeini tomb, and I think that for sure now there will be military retaliation, and if I was a Saudi, I would purchase some property in Mecca and Medina, because I think those two places are the only places that will not get bombed the fuck out of the Wahhabis. And then I also think that many of the bases that the United States has in the Middle East, in Afghanistan, or in on those Gulf states, those are toast. I don't think that in the upcoming conflict, Iran will limit itself to just hitting the Saudis. I think these other bozos are on the crosshair, but a lot of the public believe that hey, these Iranians are such nice people, and they'll never use nuclear weapons, or they don't have nuclear weapons, which is a complete fib, because if you are Iranian and you grew up in Iran, and you know absolutely anything about Iranian history, you know that Iran is like totally at the crossroads. I mean, if you want to go south from Russia, or north from Persian Gulf, you have to go through Iran. If you want to go east or west, you have to go through Iran. If you want to go through the Silk Road, you have to go through Iran. And the Iranians are extremely nationalistic, and always have the best central government with the best weapons. I mean, since '78, Iran's military has been involved in warfare, and I was listening to one Iranian general, Hajizadeh, and he was saying that in the Iran-Iraq war, they confiscated the weapons that they were fighting the Iraqis with, were the weapons that they confiscated from the Iraqis. I mean, they were extremely effective against Saddam Hussein, totally wore out the Iraqi army. And I don't think that the United States will have much of a chance in Persian Gulf. In fact, about like 40 years ago, United States was having a little naval warfare with Iran. We have the home advantage in the Persian Gulf, and United States was losing because Iran was hitting on the military ships. And it was like hitting and running and hitting and running, and the only way the United States really managed to stop the naval warfare was the aircraft carrier or the ship Vincent targeted an Iranian passenger airline and killed every passenger, and then basically did the terrorist act. I think the United States is the terrorist in chief, but I don't think that this conflict will be limited to Saudis. They're gonna get their asses kicked very hard. But I don't think that having peace in the Middle East is good for Iranians or Iran. In one form or another, United States will bring these conflicts either through terrorist Wahhabis or through organized warfare to our borders or inside our country. So it's better to fight them outside of our borders, and Iran has good weapons, good military. I don't know how much of these weapons that the United States has been pouring out in Syria and in other countries have fallen into the hands of the Syrian government or the Iranian government. I know that the Syrians shared technology or weapons with Iran, and a lot of the Iranian drones were built from a captured drone by Syria or by the Russians. Iran does have electronic warfare capabilities that it had gotten from the Russians. That's how they got their most advanced drone the United States has. And I also was reading in the news that North Korea was firing rockets into the same area that the aircraft carriers were in the sea. I think with all the technological developments, either the North Korean or the Iranian government can kill off the aircraft carriers. They can either EMP them or just there are rockets that can take out an entire aircraft carrier, or the Russians have the capability of shutting down or burning all the electronics on the edges. That's the system that the United States uses. I don't think that this war will be very helpful to the United States. In fact, it's time to get rid of these ships that the U.S. has stationed in different countries. They are a huge threat to many countries, and they know it. I think it is a miracle that the war has not already happened. Another piece of news that I got is that the Russian foreign ministry told the Americans that, hey, we went to your coastal areas and live away from your coastal area in the international waters, and we buried nukes there. Okay, so if you don't behave, we can blow New York or Washington D.C. or I don't know, San Francisco or San Diego or what areas that are right there, and there is no time to react. Just simply flip a switch or give out a few codes. I don't know, with all these developments, how the people are missing all this news. I guess that they're not sensational, or as sensational, or many Americans have blinders on. Don't you see that? That's a significant development. and internally the establishment is fighting real hard with Trump. Every day I go to this gas station to buy gas, and I hear the news, and they are lining up the media, and they want to either impeach him or I don't know. Usually, U.S. presidents, they get assassinated in the month of June, which is this month. Lincoln and JFK got assassinated in June. I don't know if Trump is going to get it this month. Also, the next search on Google that I did was what dates are not good, or they have bad omen for the whole United States. Like, what date did you ever get your ass kicked very hard? Is that date coming up? Is that in July? I don't know. I wanted to call this video Escape from the Planet of Trump Establishment Wahhabi Zionists. I have trouble naming these videos because they're so loaded with all this stuff. I might mention that you are really in my private channel, and I don't owe you, or if you're American or you're Arab, I don't owe you anything. I'm totally entitled to my opinion, and I'll just give it to you. And my opinion is a million times more valuable and more with foresight and knowledge than what you find in any news network. Because I am Muslim, I'm Iranian, I grew up there, I study tremendously, I know the Iranian spirit. I'm saying to you that there will be a war, and the Wahhabis and the United States and Israel, they're just going to totally lose. I also don't think the war will be regional. If United States loses a major war, or gets its ass kicked, then it will be unable to hand out all these security guarantees to Wahhabis and the Zionists, and also they'll be able to get their asses kicked because they'll be alone. I don't think their resources are supposedly infinite as a U.S. military. I think that this empire has lasted a whole lot longer. Maybe they're lasting through a prayer, but they're not doing the world any favors. Trump is going around the world, and I mean, he was in Germany, and he was telling the Germans that you're very bad. You're an unwanted child. Merkel is usually such a dovish politician. Even she came out and showed Trump the door. I don't think that there is any nation that is supposedly allies of the United States that really wants Americans around or wants American troops in their country. Then another event that happened, it was out of the left field, was the Wahhabi financier, more accurately, Al-Nusra boss, the Emir of Qatar went to Syria, and he got captured by just like Prince Bindar, but then the Iranians, I don't know what he offered them. He offered $1 billion and what other things he has offered them to save his own butt. I would not have accepted if I had gotten a hold of this individual. It's been many years and many people have gotten killed. They should have killed him. They should have hanged him. He's the financier to al-Nusra, and then when he got out, or I don't know if his son or relative is still in Iranian prison, and then he let the Saudis and the Gulf states know what he has done, and they boycotted him, and now he's asking Iran for help, and Iran is the only country that now they can buy food or necessities from. That's really sad, and that's very shameful for Arabs. They deserve a lot worse. I would not have let this Amir get away. I would have hanged him. And right after he got out, there was an attack, and the Iranian. I wouldn't trust the Wahhabis with anything. They need their asses kicked, and their American friends. We need to sink their ships. They're done. But I don't know how the Iranian government is going to implement this, but I'm very sure there will be military retaliations and also military retaliation against Israel and the United States. So basically, in my opinion, there will be military confrontations, and the U.S. bases are not safe. I believe many U.S. servicemen will get killed in the EMP attacks, or if they're lucky, they're going to end up in the Iranian prison or in the Russian prison. And also on the domestic front, I don't think Trump is going to survive. I think that the establishment has made up its mind that they want to get rid of him one way or another. I do believe that because he put up a real good fight to save his job, and he gave up everything, every campaign promise, and he did exactly what the establishment wants him to do officially, that they're just gonna give up. They're gonna get violent with him. I don't think Trump will be left to do what he wants, or even agree with what the establishment wants to do and continue being president. I think it's done, but how it will unfold, I don't know. I think that there is a group of Americans, usually white conservative, that supported Trump, and they still have their hearts in his work, and once he's get knocked out, these groups would become like an internal terrorist organization or internal terrorist action, and they'll be the one that will be assassinating the rest of U.S. politicians. So I think this government is totally done in the foreign war or foreign aspect of it, and also domestically. They're coming to an end, no matter how you think about it, or if you want to think about it economically, and they're going to a bankruptcy. What's also extremely surprising to me, that all these stupid investors, this is unbelievable. They continue buying U.S. bonds, they continue buying stocks, the stock market is hitting new highs, and unbelievable. This is like somebody has no living brain cells. If there is even a limited strike in the United States, like say just one city, Washington D.C. or New York got hit, what will be the state of the stock market? Or it's complete bullshit, complete fiction. There is no such valuations. But hey, people want to believe what they want to believe. I just can't. I don't believe what they're doing to themselves. There is no such investments as the American stock market. America has done so many rotten things around the world. All these, I don't know. I must be crazy, but this is what my analysis says. And also, I'm a psychic. I've had many experiences. What I'm telling you is the angel of death is circulating about the U.S. government politicians and Mr. Trump. It's like we're going from dance to dance, or how it will turn, how the angel will come down. But I don't think this will go on. The other groups, Wahhabis and Zionists, they're both done. There is no future. In fact, I wanted to call this video "The Killing of the Dog with Two Tails," or "Escape from the Planet of the Apes, the New Apes." And I don't want my videos to become too exotic sounding, and people will not click on it. I think that in this foreign policy, many countries, they know this is going to happen, and their policy is treat United States very gingerly, and just treat them as if everything's okay. Hey, I was very nice to you before you got assassinated. I didn't do or say anything bad. This is this is coming out of China and Russia, coming out of many countries. They know that there will be a reckoning day, and they don't want to get blamed and have a war. Basically, it's like a mafia war. All the other mafia, they know that the big mafia boss is going to get hit, and they know already there is a hitman, or there is two hitmen, and so they don't want to be nasty to the boss, because they don't want his wrath when things really turn sour. Or there might be one war, and the U.S. will get wounded, and then there will be a second war, or then it will escalate into war with Russia or China. I think any country that decides that, hey, it's time to go to war with Russia, or that's itself an omen of they are coming to their end, like Napoleon or Hitler. They decided that, hey, I've been successful enough. I want to go after the Russians, or do that. The other thing that extremely I find it very surprising, that the American public thinks that things will continue and they're gonna win new wars. It just blows my mind. I don't know. Anyhow, in my other videos, I'm going to talk about my spiritual experiences. I'm gonna call the other video there is a concept of Trinity in Christianity. The Muslims, they don't have such a concept, or officially have such a concept, but there is the higher selves, and some of the Imams and Quran talks about it, but it's kind of covered up with in a way that it doesn't conflict with the unity concept that the Muslims believe in, Tawheed. but this is also an aspect. I have had some spiritual experiences. I want to talk about that in my next video. My videos are I believe they're special, and a lot of this stuff is totally research. You gotta be very good analyst to basically be able to see this. But hey, I do have some ties to United States. My son and my two previous failed marriages were here, so there is some interest. I would like to see some kind of normalcy return here after this whole thing goes down. But there are many countries that they don't have political sovereignty, or they get divvied up, and things are not that bad. When the Roman Empire fell apart, many of the regions they were doing okay, and their descendants economically and politically. You don't have to be an empire to have a very good life. And in fact, the empire sucks up all the resources of a given people. So I'm not totally pessimistic. Also believe there is going to be a zero marginal cost society. All these valuations that the United States stock market or bonds have, they're fibs, but hey, the future will show. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay?